Welcome back to Helsingborg, Sweden for the IPF 2019 World Classic Powerlifting Championships, and we are just about to get underway with the 72 kilo junior women, and I am pretty sure we're going to see some fireworks in this session. It is going to get out of control. So first up, Marta Lestowska from Poland, 120 kilograms. Got some big names to be keeping an eye on. We'll get underway here. There's a personal best of 115 kilograms and opening at 120. Getting herself dug right in there. Just wants to find that position under the bar that she likes. And good opening weight. She got held for a long time there, or the side referee, and unfortunately just not deep enough. And I think the coach is actually going to go straight to the jury on that one. No, just having a check with the referee and confirming it. So now we load up to 127.5. Janina Koko from Finland, 127.5. Got a best lift of 135, so a good conservative opening lift. Depth looks good from here. And it's a good lift. Good technique on that one. Chest was up all the way through. You can see in the replay, chest stays up, head stays up. And the bar path just follows that line. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark, 130. Just under her personal best. Looks like a comfortable walkout. She looks comfortable under the bar. And that didn't look like too much work at all for an opening lift. It goes on the board. Nana Marita from Japan now, 135. She's got a best lift of 157.5. So this is a very conservative opening lift. And you want to make sure your opening lifts are almost guaranteed. And moved nice and fast. And she gets the white lights on the board. Isabella Devatak from Australia now, 145. Australia having quite a reasonable size representation this year. And of course, like Canada, New Zealand and US, it's certainly a long way to travel. And Big Ray having a busy job, head coach at APU. And doing a fantastic job he is too. Depth is good. Knees dropped in just a little bit there, but she managed to correct. 3 white lights, great way to start. Tulia Lahiva from Finland, 145. So opening just shy of her personal best, 145.5, which is a national record. "22 years of age. Been competing for a long time now. She picked up a silver medal back in 2014, the Classic World Championships in Potchefstroom. She picked up a 6th place at the European Classic Powerlifting last year, a 6th at the World Championships last year, and she has a good opening squat there. Gets that one on the board. Klara Smeskalova from Czechia now, 145. Just shy of her personal best of 150. And should be looking forward to getting this one on the board and brushing the nerves off. Quite a narrow foot position. And we've seen it quite a few times. And it works perfectly for her. She gets the 3 white lights. Normally, coaches like to have the feet a little bit wider, but you've got to adjust for what works for the athlete biomechanically as well. Isabel Adolfsson from Norway, 145. And she's brought some intensity to the bar. was a little bit of work for an opener, but nothing too much, but just didn't get deep enough. Hopefully we'll be able to see in the replay. She's got a side ref and head ref from the other side. Yeah, and you can see on that angle there, even though the side we can see looked low enough, even from this side you could see that the other side was a little high. Jacqueline Klaver from the Netherlands there. Piotr and Micah in her corner handling her there. So plenty of experience in her corner, and that's going to fill her with confidence. So opening on a 160. Good depth. Gets that one on the board. And 3 whites. You know, having that experience in your corner gives you that confidence. I mean, there's nothing anyone can do when you're on the platform. It's all you. But when things don't go to plan, having that experience in your corner can make a huge difference to the outcome. So we come back round now for the second round. So we'll have 2 groups in the 72 junior women. Marta Lesnuska from Poland will come around for her second now for 120. Weight wasn't an issue here, just depth. So she's just going to have to sink this deep, and you can see the coach there just keeping her calm, making sure she doesn't go into panic mode. This can be quite a stressful moment for the athlete, missing that opening lift. It's generally not something you plan for. And the coach's job now is just to keep her calm, get her to do her job. The weight is not an issue. She handled that weight without any problems whatsoever. It's just a case of sinking it in. And that first opening lift, you want to be really convincing. She got a quicker start call on that one. Let's see what the referees say. Oh, and still not getting deep enough. And you can see from the front, she just looked shallow. The right side looks fine, but from the front and from the other side, just not hitting depth. So now the coach has that really tough job now. This is a very, very stressful moment. It doesn't matter if you're a sub-junior, junior, open masters. When this happens, it is very, very stressful. Janina Koko from Finland, 135. Had a good opening lift at 127.5. She looks a little bit skewed there. Let's see if it affects the lift at all. Yeah, she just wasn't comfortable right at the start of that. She got down deep, but right from the start, she just looked uncomfortable under the bar. But she'll come back out and put it all together on a third. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark now at 140. Picked up a silver medal in 2017 at the Denmark Championships. And she gets the 2 whites, that's enough. And I think this might be her first international. I couldn't be 100% sure of that. Isabel Adelson now from Norway. Yeah, she missed her opening lift at 145. You can see, I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, and the coach was just standing there, hand on the shoulder, trying to keep her calm. She's bringing some intensity to this one. You know, it's that opening lift is difficult. You are full of nerves, and sometimes you just don't put it all together. That looks a lot better on depth. From where we're sitting, that looked better, and it is. She gets it on the board, and that is going to help her confidence a lot. You can see she sat back into this one. Head was up, chest was up, and just put everything together. Isabella Devatak from Australia, looking for 150. Australia doing pretty well this competition. They picked up a few medals already. And she gets it in deep. You can see those knees just dropping in. And as soon as she pushed those knees out, the speed comes up. And we can see the speed change here. And the knees come out, and all of a sudden she's able to power and stand up. You could probably hear the coach on the sideline yelling knees out. Tulia Lehiva from Finland now looks for 150. This will be a nice personal best for her. Very strong lifter. So current world record in this 190. So 72 junior women, very strong. And great form there. She never faltered from that technique. Chest was up all the way through. Nana Marita from Japan now, 150. So she opened at 135. She has a personal best of 157.5 and took a fairly big jump to 150. And great work, just 19 years of age, 1 year competing at the Worlds now. I'm fairly sure this is her first ever international. So great performance so far. Klara Smeskalova from Czechia, 152.5. This will be a nice little personal best. This will be a nice little one to put on the board. She had a 150 last year at the European Classic Championships. She picked up a bronze medal last year at the University Cup with a 145 squat. And she's getting stronger. And what do the referees say? It's a good lift. And she gets one red light there. And we talk about foot position all the time. This close foot position works really well for her, but what it does do, it can make it a little bit harder to get to depth. But we've seen plenty of lifters with that technique that have gone on to be world champions. If it works for you. Jacqueline Klaver, the Netherlands, 167.5. You can see Micah keeping her calm there. And I'm sure we'll get some inside information from Micah later in the week. Hopefully we can get her into the commentary box for a session and share some of that inside knowledge from the Netherlands. We're looking for 167.5 for a personal best. And she's fighting it. She's got to fight. Just didn't get the speed out of the bottom there. She had the technique. The chest was up. But she was just a little bit slow in the bottom. You can see she just didn't come out very quickly and lost momentum. Marta from Poland, 120 for her third attempt now. Now, she is in all sorts of trouble here. She's missed her opening 2 lifts, and you can see the coach just really trying to keep her calm, relaxed. Everything's going to be okay. You just got to sit back, sink this in. You've done it before. And the coach is going to be reminding her that this is a weight that you can do a million times over. You can sink this to the floor, it still stands it up. She just has to have that confidence in herself to go all the way down. So at this point, this is where it takes a little bit of belief. And powerlifting is the type of sport that every other athlete is probably out the back watching this now, hoping and cheering her on that she gets this lift. It looks better. It looks better from here. Isn't enough? It is, and it's on the board, and she breathes. You can see the coach breathing an enormous sigh of relief there. It's a very stressful job being a coach when that happens. So Janina Koko from Finland now, 135. So looking to equal her personal best of 135, so she missed this on her second. Just needs to hit that hole and get out fast. Depth is good. Stands it up, stuck to that technique, never faltered from it. And there it is, it goes on the board. And it just shows that when you put it all together, a lift that looked incredibly difficult in the second time round, when you put it all together, everything works. And it's one thing these coaches are really good at with their sub-junior and junior athletes is drilling in that technique. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark now, looking for 145. This will give her a big personal best. She just put 140 on the board and it looked good. Now looking for 145. Gets in deep. And she fought through that. What a fighter. Wow. And she gets that on the board. And the look on her face said it all when she got to the top. I think she was surprised herself. What a great way to stand that up. So Isabella Lavatek from Australia now, 152.5. This will equal her personal best. She brings some fire now, a little bit of intensity. Just a little bit more intensity this time. She knows it's a personal best. Sinks it in, push the knees out, and you can just see the knees dropping in, and you just can't develop the power. I mean, you'll get away with it a number of times, and you might get away with it for a lot of your career, but you are going to add so much more power if you can just drive those knees out. So Tulia Lehivo from Finland now, looking for a big personal best of 155, and she has been fantastic on these previous two lists. So strong. Can she keep it up? And she's got some fight in the tank. And it's on the board. She had to work pretty hard, but it's there. So Klara Meskalova from Czechia now, 155. This will be a nice personal best as well. Be a nice third lift to put on the board. Def looks better on that one. From where we're sitting, that looks like a solid lift, and it is. And she gets a red light on the other side this time. Isabel Adolfsen from Norway, 155. To give her a personal best, you can see she's just lifted that intensity a little bit more. And quite an intense lifter, so the coaches are going to manage that throughout the day. And that intensity will grow and grow and grow. And strength is good. Is depth good enough? Not quite. Not quite deep enough. Nana Morita from Japan looking for 155 as well. Having a great morning so far. And she's got to put the fight in this time. I think that might be a good lift. It is. Very well done. She had to fight for it. But you can see throughout that fight, her chest was up. Jacqueline Clover now from the Netherlands, 167.5. So she missed this on her second. And they've got to fight up a little bit now. Piotr shouting out some instructions, firing her up a little bit. And really, it's just a case of putting it all together on this one. She has the power. She just has to sink it in, get the speed out of the hole. That was better, much better speed out of the bottom there. Much better. And great job from her. And great job from the coaches. You can see she's so much quicker out of the bottom. She had the speed and the momentum to push through that sticking point. We move straight in now to our second group. So I've just noticed on the board, Marta from Poland has 3 red marks. I thought she got her last one, so I'll check on that. So Dina Lorentzen now into group 2, 137.5. So opening 10 kilos below her personal best. gets that one on the board. Another Hassan now from Canada, 155. And another very busy day for the Canadian coaches. She's got a best lift of 162.5. So we've got a problem with technical issues. So your knee sleeves aren't actually allowed to touch your soft suit or your socks. So we're going to take her off the platform. So you're not. So she's sort of run out of time a bit here. She gets the squat in time though. Under all that stress, she gets the squat in time. Not quite deep enough, but wow, way to handle the stress. Marianne Bralou from Canada now. Looking for 155. No, 155 on the bar. Sinks it deep, heads up. Corrects the knees, and it flies up with 3 white lights. Emma Gavind from New Zealand. Looking for 157.5. Got a best lift of 165, so this should be an easy opening lift. Gets down deep, smooth all the way through. You can see her eye focus didn't change at all. Gets 2 to 1, it's on the board. And her eyes stay in that same position all the way through the lift. Alice Francis Freeman from Great Britain now, 160. A couple of kilos under a personal best. Gets in deep. And it's a good lift. It's on the board. Nice way to start. Ida Lis from Poland now, 162.5. Just 19 years of age. Picked up a gold medal last year in the European Classic Powerlifting Championships. Picked up a silver at the Worlds last year. plenty of experience for such a young lady. Just not getting deep enough there. And I think the Polish coach is going to come to the jury again. He is. So he's going to go and have a chat with the jury and see what they have to say. And that's why we have a jury. Marilla Fisher from Great Britain now, 162.5. So well under a personal best. Sinks it in. Yeah, and the thing about depth is it's something on those first lifts you have to be convincing. And you need to be training for depth as well. Chloe Dublin, USA, 172.5. And if she can put everything together today, she's going to be tough to beat. Picked up a gold medal at Nationals this year. Gold at the Arnold Sports Festival in the Opens. She picked up a gold medal at Junior Nationals last year. Picked up a bronze medal in the Junior in the World Classic Championships last year in Calgary. She is no stranger to competition, but she's going to have some competition today. And 172.5, just not getting deep enough there. And she's got the power. It looked like a bit of work. Either on now from Sweden, 175. And she is chasing down some podium finish as well. So they start to get important lifts. So we are seeing a bit of movement from the jury there. Not sure what's happening. So Ida Ron, of course, no stranger to competition.
Rose Good 83 och Stuart Overwood. Yes. Kom igen Jan Lawrence. Rose Good 88 for deadlifts.
And a little bit of work there for an opening lift, but she gets it on the board. So Dina Lawrenson from Norway now, 142.5. Just below her personal best. This will be her second lift. You can see the intensity increasing just a little bit. And she sunk it in deep. Got a little bit out of sorts there, but managed to rescue that and gets it on the board. So another Hassan from Canada now. So I think we sorted out all the understandings. A few little issues here. and just the referees and the juries, what I think they are looking at is so I think they'll restart the clock. Well done. Nada Hassan from Canada. So the rules are that your knee sleeves can't make contact with your singlet or your socks. But what they've done is they had a look, make sure everything was legal. Because obviously we have different religious beliefs as well. And that looks like a good spot. Well, it is. That's going to make her feel a lot better. She has handled that situation like an absolute professional. Ida Lease from Poland now at 162.5. So missed this on her opener. Just 19 years of age. So well below her personal best. Weight isn't an issue here. It's low enough, it's below her personal best enough that she can sink this in deep. And that looks better. It is, it's on the board. She's happy with that. Very happy with that. Marianne Grelou now from Canada looking for 165. Got a good 155 on the board, and this is going to give her a personal best. This would be a nice little bonus for her. Throw a personal best on a second lift. And she does it. And 3 white lights. So Hema Gavin from New Zealand now looking for 165 as well. This will equal her personal best. I'm not sure what the jury was discussing over there. Sorry, chief referee. So Hema Gavin, New Zealand, 165. Taking her time. This will equal her personal best. And she stands it up. Not deep enough. And he's coming to the jury, and I thought he might. Yeah, I thought he might pop to the jury on that one. And I think we're going to get an overturn on that one. Yeah, the jury's popped up. They're going to overturn that lift for New Zealand. Alice Frances Freeman from Great Britain, 167.5. And this is going to the jury. This is also where your coaching experience comes in as well, knowing when to go to the jury and when not to. 167.5. A nice personal best there. There, it's a good lift. So we go to 172.5 now. And you can see Ron and Dublin are just head for head at the moment. Mariella Fisher,
Following number
172 and a
three,
half.
Chloe Exeter, 541.
There is not much separating third, fourth, and fifth in a predicted total. So all of these lifts become very, very important, those extra few kilos. And that was a great lift. You could see her eyes, her focus didn't shift. She set up, she chose a point to look at, and she never took her eyes off it.
Deadlifts, USA.
So Chloe Dublin now, 180. Nudging ever so close to the world record. This is still below her personal best. So every kilo counts.
Deadlifts, USA. Run, please. Exit 154.
And the current record holder at 190, Vilma Olsen from Sweden. And she's had to put in some work for that one. She had to put in a fight. She gets it on the board. But there is not a whole lot of room left in the tank. And Ida Ron from Sweden, she wants the 180 as well. They are going to battle for that gold medal in the squats.
Number two. Following
Ida needs to stick to her game plan. Just stick with her plan. Put the numbers on the board. Stay in touch. And wait for the opportunity. Wow, she sunk that deep. Boy, she is strong. She sunk that way down. Depth was never in doubt on that one. So we come around for the third attempts now. Dina Lorentzen from Norway, 145.
Following Lawrenson, Asad Taliban Exeter.
Just below a personal best. She's had 2 good lifts so far. And she's having to fight for it, but she gets it there. 3 white lights. The coach is happy with that. Nada Hassan from Canada now, 160.
Following Chloe Hassan Canada.
She got the 155 on the board. Now looking for 160. She's getting focused. And that looks like a good squat from here. And the referees say 2 white lights. And a little bit of a fist pump there as she goes on the board. Ida Lis from Poland now, 170. Got off to a bit of a rough start on depth, but rectified the problem. And now looking for 170.
Following is Poland also. Raven Craven, Exit 134.
strength is very, very good. She has got lots of power, and she gets it in. Elise Freeman from Great Britain now, 172.5. The big 10-kilo personal best. And you can see the cloud of chalk come out, so no, she's coming. Just not quite getting comfortable there, so she's going to re-enter the bar. And just a little bit too heavy. She sunk it down, but just couldn't quite bring it back.
Gary, what are we looking at, my friend?
We're just getting into the squats here, and there's been a little bit of up and down. So Martha from Poland.
Pun intended.
Martha from Poland failed to register a squat. In the break, I'll have a look at that one because I thought she got the last one. I thought that actually gave her a good lift, but the board says otherwise. So right now, Marianne Relou from Canada, 172.5. And Dublin and Ron are looking solid.
Yeah, Dublin's younger sister was on the other platform. Ooh,
and you can see the knees just pop in there, and you're just not going to get the power.
Nope. Dublin's younger sister Macy was on the platform I was covering a couple seconds ago. Went 3 for 3. Dublin is a heavy favorite. She's won the juniors before, and her nominated total would actually put her third highest in the Open. And I believe, born in '99, she might still be a teenager. It's frightening, her talent and potential.
Strong young girls. Dublin's going to have to really do the work because, Ida Ron from Sweden is in a great position.
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean, Ida Ron is in a really good position. She just needs to put the numbers up on the board and just stay in touch.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the opportunity presents. So Dublin under all the pressure. But right now, Mariella Fisher from Great Britain, 175. And her eyes stay focused all the way through, but that one just a little bit too heavy.
Yeah, looking at the projected 2.5 kilo separating Dublin and Ron of Sweden.
There's nothing in it. Then if you look at third, fourth, and fifth, it's going to be a battle for that bronze medal as well. They are all right there.
In a massive class, 18 lifters. I mean, this is very competitive. A few years ago, you wouldn't have seen that. You want to rise to the top. It's going to take a lot.
Hema Gavin from New Zealand, 175. So, got a previous 2 lifts on the board. Second lift got pulled up on depth, but coach went to the jury panel and got overturned.
It didn't rattle their confidence on a 10-kilo jump.
It's a big, big jump and a big personal best.
Big enough to take her from 8th to a bronze medal. That's shooting up the charts. Ooh.
And she's a fighter. She's got the fight.
Oh!
Is it deep enough?
Squat.
Let's see what the referees say. No, it's not.
That's a shame. And there's no white in there, so there's no protest this time.
3 reds, so no going to the jury panel on that one. She
great effort, though.
Gave it a great effort to try and get up there. So Chloe Dublin, USA now 182.5. Her 180 looked tough.
Yeah, 2.5 kilo jump, but she's hit 185 previously. And I saw her at Calgary Worlds battling a back issue and still finished the day on the podium. She's a fighter. She's tough as nails.
Well, she's gonna have to have the fight today because either Ron is just waiting to pounce. And
whoa! And what did I tell you? See what the judges say.
It is.
Two's good enough. Two's good enough.
So Ida on now with 185. Now, she hit a 180. It moved quite fast, but it was a little awkward. She sunk it really deep. I think with the extra 5 kilos, if she sinks it like that again, it's going to be tough. But an important one for her to put on the board is those extra couple of kilos keep her ever so close to Dublin.
She wants to stay tight with Dublin. Dublin has hit world records in the bench press. Some people just hold serve in the bench press. Dublin gains momentum, and she also has a big pull. Looking ahead, Ron has an even bigger pull, possibly. It's going to be a battle. You never want to bet against a puller.
She's got the fight.
Talk about a scrap.
She has got the fight.
Wow. That was deep.
I
and
think she's got it on the board. She
Three
does,
white lights.
and keeps in touch.
And these girls, tit
And
for tat right there.
Let's just hope that doesn't drain her too much energy-wise towards the end. Well, don't go away because it's just heating up here. In 10 minutes' time, we're going to be right back here and see what they can bring on the bench press. Welcome back to Helsingborg, Sweden for the IPF 2019 World Classic Powerlifting Championships, brought to you by none other than Alico, that continue to raise the bar, Uplift, Train Smart, and SBD, the greatest lifting apparel on the planet. And we are just about to get underway with the bench press, and we have got a battle unfolding here. We've got a battle for the gold medal overall, and we've got a battle for the bronze medal unfolding. They can put all these on the board, get their openers on. We are going to see one heck of a battle kick off here. But right now, Marta Lesniewska from Poland, 65 kilograms, just shy of her personal best. And she has had a rough morning, and now it's time to refocus. Coach looking on very closely there. And that looks like a good opening lift. That's going to improve her confidence now. She's going to start feeling a lot better. Jacqueline Clover from the Netherlands now, looking for 65 kilograms. Getting it right up on those shoulders. And Piotr himself watching on. It's actually his birthday today, and here he is. Turns 47 today, so we'll be happy to get these numbers on the board. That'll be a nice birthday present for him. Nana Marita from Japan now, 67.5. So remember, we've got two groups in the 72s. We'll get through the first group, and we'll roll straight into the second. Nana Marita. Looking for 67.5. Well below her personal best. And looks like a good way to open. It is. That one gets put in the bank. Klara Meskalova from Czechia, 72.5. So just shy of her personal best of 75. Gets that chest up really high, nice touch. Keeps that chest up all the way through. And it pays off. Isabella Levitak from Australia now, looking for 80. Current world record, 116. And of course, none other than Vilma Olsen holds that record. So 80 kilograms, just below Isabella's personal best. Oh, she's just losing a bit of balance and stability at the top, but controlled the bar and gets the rack command. All right, Isabel Adolfsen now from Norway, looking for 85. bringing a little bit of intensity to the platform. You can see just how high she's trying to get on those shoulders. Just trying to create that position of force. Great opening press. 3 white lights. That was a fantastic opening lift. Janina Koko from Finland now, 87.5. Opening right on her personal best. Probably a little more work than what she wanted, but it looks good. It's on the board. Just a little bit slower than probably what she'd like it to be. But a good press. Talia Lahiva from Finland now, 90 kilograms. Plenty of room to move here, so that's well under her personal best. Got that wide foot position. Yeah. She's probably going to have to watch that right foot there. It's very close to touching the bench. Man, just couldn't put it all together. It's well under a personal best. But just didn't seem to be able to put it all together. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark, looking for 95. Just below her best lift of 98 kilograms. The Denmark national record. This should be a fairly solid opening lift. 23 years of age, 3 years competing. And she'll be making plenty of gains early on in that bench press. Brings it to the chest. A little bit unstable there. You can see she has that narrow foot position, sometimes causing a little bit of problems with stability, but she gets it on the ball with 3 white lights. So Marta Wisniewska from Poland now 70 kilos. And her whole demeanor has changed now. She's got that bench on the board, and she just looks like a completely different person now. Her confidence is back up again. So confidence is picked back up. She's got that first bench on the board. Now looking for a personal best of 70 on the bench. Taking up a bit of time with the setup here. Chest up. And that from here looks good. It is. She gets that one on the board. Jacqueline Clover now from the Netherlands. Looking for 70 for a personal best. And that's a good lift there. Let's wait and see what the referees say. It is. Big smiles from the coach. Very happy with that. Nana Morita from Japan, 72.5. Will be our next lifter to the platform. This will equal her personal best. And she's had to work hard for it, but I think it's a good lift. It is. It's on the board. Klara Smeskalova from Czechia now wants to equal her personal best with 75. So looking for 75 kilograms. You can see she just gets that chest up there. Big breath. Quick press command, that's what you want. And that looks like a good lift. Gets that one on the board. Isabella Levitak from Australia now, 85 kilograms. Equaling her personal best. She's having an absolutely fantastic day today. And it looks like she's loving every minute of it. Competed in 2016, I believe, in Killeen, Texas. And that one just a little too heavy. She put in a good fight. You can see she just lost her footing there and all the drive went. I think if she can jam that foot in nice and hard, she'll be fine. Janina Koko from Finland, 90 kilograms. It'll be a nice little personal best for her. And she got a little bit uneven there, but she gets it back to the top. And it's a good lift. She's pretty happy with that one. Tulia Lahivo from Finland, looking for 90. So missed this on her opener. And it's 10 kilos under a personal best, so you wouldn't have imagined it would be too heavy. But now her feet look a bit more even this time. She was a bit crooked last time. And again, it's just looking too heavy. I think she's just used a lot of energy in the squats and it's just looking a bit heavy for her. They're going to have to make some changes to probably her technique for this next one. She's just got to get that explosion off the chest. But right now, Isabel Adolfsen from Norway, 90 kilograms. And she just brings the intensity to the platform. So 90 kilograms on the bar. It's that chest up nice and high. She's a little bit off center. It shouldn't affect it too much though. And drives it back to the top. That's a good second lift, that one. A little bit of extra work, but certainly not too much. And she hasn't had to grind that out. Rebecca Anderson, Denmark, looking for 100 kilograms. That'll be a nice personal best for her. So previous personal best, the national record at 98, now looking for 100. So she has that very narrow footing. And gets it back to the top, handles that very well, and gets the 3 white lights. And she's managing that foot position really quite well. Doesn't create any instability for her. So Jacqueline Klaver now from the Netherlands, 72.5. This will be a big personal best for her. Opened on a personal best, hit a second as a personal best, now looking for a third. Yep. So 72 and a half. Oh, and it just didn't want to move. And bit of a laugh between the coaches and the athlete on that one. Just bar comes down and you're sort of stapled to the bench. So 75 now for Marta Lesniewska from Poland. Had a rough start, but you can see her confidence is up. Her demeanor's changed now. She's back, refocused. And is going to enjoy the rest of this competition. So would like to take a nice personal best home on the bench. And it's just a little bit too heavy today. Just a little bit too much. Shrugs the shoulders and said, oh well, not today. Nana Morita from Japan, 75 kilograms. She's had 2 good lifts. And technique has been looking on point. You can see the marking rings on that bar. They're 81 centimeters apart. And you can't come out past those rings. And that one, just a little bit too heavy there. Kyla Smeskalova from Czechia, 77.5. This will be a nice little personal best. And a nice one to put in your resume. And she's fighting it, but just couldn't get it there. Just need a little bit more speed off the chest. Isabella Devicak now for 85. So missed this on a second. She's lifted this before. She doesn't look overly concerned. She's going to need to bring a little bit of fire to the bench on this one. You have to really focus. And just doesn't want to drive off the chest. And Big Ray, the Australian coach, just looked over to the commentary box and shrugged his shoulders there. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes you can put the weight on, they've done it before, but it just doesn't want to move. Talia Lehivo from Finland, 90 kilograms. And she's pushed it all the way. Has she done enough? She has, goes on the board. She just saves her day by the skin of her teeth. When your back's against the bench, you've just got to drive that little bit harder. Janina Koko from Finland, 92 and a half. And Isabella Devicak for Australia is the perfect example of why it's so important to get that opener on the board. You know, she got the opener on, she's safe, missed the next two, but she still has a number on there. Janina Koko gets the 92.5 up, and she gets one red light. A 2-1 is a good lift. Isabel Adolfsson from Norway, 92.5. So 92.5. Be a nice personal best to take home. She's been very good so far. Technique is on point. And she's going to fight through that one. She gets it to the top. What do the referees say? It's a good lift, 2-1. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark, 102.5. So she is having a good day on the bench. Can she add to that personal best? Her 100 moved pretty well. So now looking for 102.5. And she handles that close foot position very, very well. You see, pushes that chest up, which digs the shoulders in hard. And you could see there, just as she pressed, her shoulders spread a little bit, and that's just force distribution changing. And it was just enough to stop the drive. Marianne Grelou from Canada, looking for 75. So we're into our second group now. This will be their first lifts of the second group. And there are some big numbers to come. Remember the world record, 116 kilograms. And a smooth opening lift. And we get the 3 white lights. Dina Lorentzen from Norway now, 87.5. That's very close to her personal best. The importance of putting your opener on the board. Bench is where you can make up some kilos. This is the one you want to use to just add 2.5, 5, maybe 7.5 kilos to your total. And it's those couple of kilos at the end that are going to make the difference. She gets those lights on the board. So the bench press is going to be really important for Ida Ron to stay in touch. If she can put 3 on the board, could be the couple of kilos that makes the difference in the end. Hema Gavin, New Zealand, 87.5. Just shy of a personal best of 93, which I imagine is a New Zealand record. And handles that superbly. Very fast opening lift. Idalise from Poland now. Looking for 90. And personal best of 95. Oh, it just didn't want to shift, did it? Just didn't want to shift at all. Let's have a look at the replay there. Everything looked good on the technique. Just didn't want to drive. Mariella Fisher from Great Britain now, 92.5. Gets right up on those shoulders. And you can see the line between the bar, arms, and shoulders as she takes this off is absolutely perfect. and converts that beautifully. Elise Francis Freeman, Great Britain, 100 kilograms. So opening on a personal best. Gets that arch super high. Chest is up, big breath. And a great press there. You can see the body shift backwards as she drives through the legs. Just as she drives through the legs, you can just see her whole body shift backwards. And the big push, there it is. Great work there. Ida Ron now, 100 kilograms. Just under her personal best. And the bench in this is going to be so important for her. This is what she wants to get 3 on the board. Stay in touch with Dublin from the US. And a good opener. That will go a long way. So Chloe Dublin now, 107.5. Well under her personal best of 120. So her squats were tough, but she got them on the board. And these lifts are just as important. While the Swede is trying to keep in touch, Dublin is trying to open the gap a little bit. So Nada Hassan now, 110. That is a big opening lift. It's a little bit above her personal best of 107.5. It's up nice and high. Sets the feet. That's a good opening lift. What do the referees say? Gets one red light there, which I'd say is for her foot. You can see the referee looking very, very closely throughout that lift. Marianne Grelou from Canada, 80 kilograms. Right on her personal best for a second lift. Oh, a little bit of work, but that's about what you want to see for a second. Not having to grind it, just a little bit of extra work. So Ida Lease now for 90. She missed this on her opener. Her setup looked good, technique looked good. It just didn't want to shift. So she's going to have to turn it into high gear now. Oh, she's putting in the fight of her life on that. And she gets 2 red lights for her feet, I think it was. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, that'll be for her feet and her butt lifting off. So she's in a little bit of trouble now. Dina Lorentzen now from Norway, 92.5. It's be a nice little personal best to take home. And still with a little bit of room to move as well. And drives it to the top. Puts in a little bit of work. Certainly not too much. So we stay at 92.5 for Hema Gavin from New Zealand. $92.5 kilograms for Hema Gavin. Oh, and she fight-tailed off the chest, but once it starts moving, she gets it going fast. And the 2 white lights. Mariella Fisher from Great Britain now, 97.5. And Hassan from Canada is putting a 116.5 for a world record attempt, and so is Dublin. But right now, Mariella Fisher, 97.5. So we're going to have 2 world record attempts. Stays tight all the way through. And chief referee just asking Mariella if she can put her hair up. Because with her hair the way it is, she actually can't see if her head's lifting off the bench. Ida Ron from Sweden, 105. So just adding the 5 kilos. So this 5 kilos is a very, very important 5 kilos. If she misses this and Dublin gets hers, that close gap widens just a little bit. And that looks like a good lift. And I'd probably play it safe and just go 2.5 for the next one, but we'll wait and see. So Elise Francis Freeman from Great Britain now, 107.5. So we'll give her a very, very solid personal best. It's a big jump, 7.5 kilos. And it's a good lift. It was a big call, but she pulled it off. And now we have a world junior record attempt. Nada Hassan, 116.5. 6.5 kilos onto her opener. That'd be a big personal best for her. Her opener looked good.
116.5. Welcome attempt. Following
And
Hassan, Canada.
here we go. World junior record attempt. Previous record of 116 held by Vilma Olsson from Sweden.
257 pounds of the world.
Nada is not going to have it all her own way because Dublin is waiting in the wings for her shot at it as well. $116.5 kilograms for a world junior record. And it looks good. It is. She has the world record. So there'll be an automatic change to Chloe Dublin's now to 117. So we have another world junior record attempt, 117. 117 kilograms. And chief referee just checking everything is right on that bar. The bar is loaded. Gets the press. There it is. It should be good. It is. It's another world record for 117. So we got the world record twice in a row in a matter of seconds. We come around for the third list now. Marianne Grelou wants 85 for a nice personal best. She's had 2 good lifts in a row. Marianne Grelou, 85 kilograms. Can she go 3 from 3? And it's just a little too heavy on that one today. So Idalise from Poland now, 90 kilograms. And she has gotten herself into all sorts of trouble here. She has missed her opening 2 lifts, and they just looked too heavy for her today. She's got a little bit more fire in the tank on this one. Her technique looks on point. I certainly can't see any major issues or flaws that need to be corrected to make this work. She needs the explosive power off the chest. And she's going to fight, but it's not going to get there. She gave it everything she had. And it just looked too heavy today. She has to go at the back now and refocus. Dina Lorentzen from Norway, 95 kilograms. Looking for 95. Yeah, nice personal best to throw in a bag. And she's really taking her time. And she's driving, and it's just a little too much today. Just not quite happening. Of course, very shortly, Hassan and Dublin are going to take cracks at those world records again. And Hema Govind from New Zealand, 95 kilograms. And Ryan Lapidat has smelt the world record attempts coming and found his way over here. We'll turn him on, give him some microphone.
Yeah, when the
And that looks like a good lift. 3 from 3. So Mariella Fisher, Great Britain, 102.5, and any minute now, Ryan,
Yep.
we are going to have Hassan and Dublin hit the deadlifts again.
So Dublin, 118 kilo on the bar. Obviously, this is a world record.
Yeah, we've already seen the world record, 116.5 from Hassan, and then 117 for Dublin.
Wow, back and forth.
And they are going toe-to-toe on this one. And Ron, Ida Ron from Sweden, just sticking in there, holding her ground, not getting caught up in the battles.
Which is smart. She's a big puller.
Mariella Fisher, Great Britain, 102.5. Be nice to take this little personal best home. Great work on a third lift there.
Yeah, you know what? I think that was excellent attempt selection because the way it moved, another 2.5 kilo, definitely not in the tank there. Got the most out of her.
Poland having all sorts of troubles today. Marta earlier missed all 3 squats, and then Idalise just missed all 3 bench. So the Polish team just having all sorts of troubles today.
Someone who's not having all sorts of trouble.
Ida Ron, and she made a smart decision here. She went 5 kilos on her second and just 2.5 on a third. And this is a really important one. This 2.5 kilos just keeps her close.
Yeah, I think you hit the strategy right on the money. Hold serve during the bench. Don't get wrapped up into trying to chase Dublin. This is really her event because in the deadlifts, you can cover a lot of ground. Just try to add the kilo towards your total.
It's always about sticking to your plan. And just a little too heavy on that one. So the 5 kilos on the first was a smart move.
Yep.
Elise Francis Freeman, 110. Just as some strong young ladies.
And this is a bronze medal in bench press. Nice little souvenir to have, bring home from the IPF Worlds.
Certainly not a bad one to put in your suitcase, that's for sure.
And if you're looking at these third attempts, a lot of red on the scorecard because these young ladies are pushing themselves to the limit. It brings out the best. Let's see if it brings out the best in Freeman.
So 110. It'll be a 15 kilo personal best. Not a bad one to put on your resume. Chest is up. Needs to hold that chest up all the way through. Chest stays up as she gets that one to the top.
Done. Yeah, patient with it too. The form never breaks down.
You can see throughout that whole lift, the chest stayed to the top, keeps the shoulders pinned back in. Never faltered from that.
Yeah.
Big leg drive. So right now, world record time, Nada Hassan, 118 kilograms.
Wow, a fellow Canadian. I'm going to try to stay unbiased, but...
looking for the world junior record. She just broke it at 116 and a half. held the world record for about 30 seconds, and Dublin came out and broke it again.
And Nada is saying, I want my world record back. Can she take it?
116.5 looked good.
Gold in the bench press and a world record all in one bench.
She's got the 2-for-1 sale.
Yep, and look at that setup. She's a bench specialist.
And gets the start. And
Whoa,
she's
it's
had to
work.
drive it. It bobbled a little bit.
It's
Two
good,
white
2-1.
lights. She gets that one on the board.
Wow.
So it's not going to stay for long because an automatic change goes to 118.5 for Dublin.
And Nada in Dublin tossing this world record back and forth. This is a very competitive bench press
So
event.
this will put Dublin back in the gold medal position on bench and give her back the world record.
And throwing more kilo towards her total because Ron is all over her, nipping at her
Gonna
heels.
stretch it out just a little bit more.
Not a moment's respite.
Well, her 117 was fast.
Yeah, look, the bench
And
press
I'm
is
just not
Dublin's event.
imagining, I just don't imagine 118.5 being enough to break her.
It's crazy to think
But
a
you never
world
know.
record moving fast.
It was very fast. Technique is good, chest is up. And she had to
Wow.
work for it,
She
but
worked.
she gets it on there.
3 white
There
lights.
it is. She gets the world record back and she gets the gold medal in the bench press.
And throws another
And
kilo and a half.
Hassan certainly takes home a registered world record and she gets a silver medal while Freeman takes the bronze, and the battle is just heating up here. Ron and Dublin, it's going to come right down to the wire, and of course there's that battle for third as well. Don't go too far away. We're going to be back in 10 minutes and let the action unfold on the deadlifts. Welcome back to the action here in Helsingborg, Sweden. IPF 2019 World Classic Powerlifting Championships, and it is all about to unfold here on the deadlift platform. And we have got a battle for the gold and a battle for the bronze unfolding right here. But right now, Marta Lesniewska from Poland, 145. Well, she had a bit of a rough day on squats. It looks like she's been out the back and refocused, and she just wants to come out and put some deadlifts on the board. So opening at 145. And should get that one on the board. And she does with 3 white lights. Janina Coco now for 145 as well. Wants to put this one on to solidify that total. The current world record, 227.5. And should be a good lift, but it was a little bit tough. Oh, she gets 2 red lights there. 2 red lights. It's like lockout. Nana Marita from Japan, 145 as well. And just loses the balance there. That'll be a no lift. She got it to the top easily, but just couldn't hold the balance. And just motions to a coach there that she just leant back a little bit on it. Very easy to do in sumo. Isabella Devituk from Australia, 155. And didn't get the result she wanted on bench. And now she's out here to put some deadlifts on the board. And a good convincing lockout at the top. 3 whites on the board. Tulia Lahivo from Finland now looks for 160. Just below her personal best. She's had a pretty good day so far. And gets that one to the top as well. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark now. Looking for 160 to open her deadlift campaign. Nice quick opening lift there. And she gets the white lights. Jacqueline Clover from the Netherlands, 167.5. Well under her personal best. And just starting to increase the intensity now. Great technique there. Great leg position. Klara Smeskalova now from Czechia, 172.5. Well under her personal best. Oh, she faltered a little bit at the start there. She gets it on the board. She just lost her balance a little before she pulled, but she corrected very quickly. Isabel Adolfsson from Norway, 172.5. And she always brings the intensity to the platform. And that's a good opener. Janina Koko from Finland, 145. So just cleaning the bar. The guy's just making sure that's all correct. Getting all the chalk out. And the Alico powerlifting bar, introduced in 1983, I think was their first specialised Alico powerlifting bar. And it's remained relatively unchanged. I think the only thing they've changed is the bushes in the collars. All right, now Janina Koko, Finland, 145. Oh, just struggling with the lockout there, and I don't think she locked that. And she didn't. Nina Marita now on her second, so Koko in a little bit of trouble now. Needs to put something on the board to register that total. And now Nana Marita has missed her opener at 145. She lost balance, and she's gone to 150 for her second. That's a big, big call. She handled the weight well in her opener, but lost balance at the top. Man, it looks like the gamble paid off, and it did. Marta Lesniewska from Poland now, 155. Opening second lift on a 10-kilo personal best, and she is bringing the fire this time. She is bringing the intensity to the platform. It's a tough pull. She's going to have to work it all the way. She does. And she gets it on the board. Isabella Devitak from Australia now, 162.5. Had a great opening lift. This will equal her personal best. So she's going to have to put in some work here. Squeezes, locks. And she gets that one on the board as well. That's a personal, that'll equal her personal best, and now she has the opportunity to go for a personal best. Tulia Lehivo from Finland, 167.5. 167.5. Oh, and that was a bit of work at the top there, and I don't think she's locked, and I think the bar dipped as well. And that is 3 red lights. Rebecca Anderson now from Denmark, 170. You can see these young ladies just starting to get a bit tired now. Used up a lot of energy. 170 to equal her personal best. Takes her time, gets a grip on that bar. And that looks like a good lift. It is. Great to see. So Klara Smezgalova from Czechia, 177.5. Still under her personal best. Looking to put this one on the board. And there's a bit of work, but she gets it there. Jacqueline Klaver from the Netherlands now, 177.5. She had a good opener. And gets that one to the top. That should be a good lift. And it is, it's on the board. So Isabel Adolfsson now from Norway, 187.5. It's a pretty big personal best, this one. And just giving the bar a quick clean and all that chalk out. And these guys doing a great job out there. So Isabel Adolfsson waiting in the wings. She is waiting and ready to go. She wants 187.5. You can see she is itching to get on that platform. Here she comes. She brings the intensity. And that is a strong deadlift right there. On the board, she gets 2 white lights, and that's enough. Janina Coco now, 145. Hasn't registered a deadlift yet. If she doesn't put this on the board, her total doesn't register. She needs to put this on. There's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And the coach just holding her there, letting her go out on her own time. So the coach there is just calming her down a little bit. Don't want to bring too much intensity and overdo it. Oh, she just couldn't hold it there. I think the bar's dipped again. It has, and that is a disappointing way to finish after all that work. Marta Lesniewska from Poland, 160, a massive personal best. And it'd be fantastic to see her get this one on the board. Go away with a big personal best after having such a rough morning. She is fired up for this one. She really wants this 160. It's going to take everything she's got. Huge breath in. And it's just a little bit too much today. She gave it everything she had. What a champion, though. It is so tough to get out there after that morning she had, but she put on a great performance. And blows a kiss to the crowd. Nana Morita now from Japan, 162.5. Big 12.5 kilo jump. Just 19 years of age. And it's a big pull. She faltered a little bit through the middle there, but she gets it on the board. Tuulia Lehivo from Finland now, 167.5. I missed this one on her second. Looking to rectify that on the last lift. Now is the chance to bring the fire. Now's the opportunity. She's a very, very wide foot stance. Changes the angle of the leg a little bit. That looks better. It is. It gets it on the board. Great way to finish. So we get a 170 for Isabella Devatuk from Australia. All the way from the land down under. If she gets this one on the board, someone give her a Vegemite sandwich. Big Ray trying to fire up a little bit there. And Popeye takes his spinach. Australians take their Vegemite. And she's had hers today, I think. That's a convincing lock and a big smile at the top. And she is ecstatic. She gets that one on the board. Fantastic job there. Rebecca Anderson from Denmark now, 177.5. This will be a nice personal best to take home. She equaled her personal best on a second, now looking to add 7.5 kilos to it. Can she finish 3 from 3 on the deads? And she's gonna lock it. I think she's got it. It looks good from here. It is. Very nice way to finish. Klara Smeskalova now from Czechia, 185. It'll be a nice little couple of kilos to add to her personal best. She can update her resume when she gets home. Taking her time, getting focused. She's having to work hard. It's there. It looks locked. It is a good lift. Jacqueline Klaver now from the Netherlands with 185. And you see Piotr just talking her up there. Really getting in her ear. He's giving her his birthday speech. And this is for 3 from 3 and a personal best on the deads. And I think she's got it there. Oh, it's a tough call. Let's see what the referees say. It is. Happy coaches, happy athlete. Great way to finish. Isabel Adolfsson from Norway, 200 kilograms. This will be a 20 kilo personal best. She's trying to fire up the crowd a little bit. Coach is in her ear. Give her the go ahead. Let's go. Come on, Isabel. 200 kegs. And she's got it moving. She's giving it everything. She's almost at lockout, but just a little bit too much. She gave it absolutely everything. Hold your head high. You gave that everything you had. Alice Freeman, Great Britain now. You can see in the replay, she just didn't let it go until there was nothing left. So Alice Freeman, Great Britain, looking for 160. So we move into our second group now. And this second group, the battle is really going to unfold here. We've got a battle for gold and silver. We've got a battle for bronze. So Ron and Dublin are battling out for the gold. Hassan has to hold on to that bronze medal. And Alice Freeman, 3 white lights. So Hema Gavin now 162.5. And handles that without any problems. 3 whites. Dina Lawrenson from Norway now, 165. She's got a 180.5 on the books. A national record. The current world record, 227.5. It looks like a good opening lift. And the current total world record, 5:04. So the total world record and deadlift world record held by Jessica Butner from Canada, and it was set in Calgary last year. So Marianne Grelou from Canada now, 170. And looks like a good opening lift. Mariella Fisher, Great Britain, 175. Getting focused. Well under her personal best. And looks like a good opening lift. It is 3 whites. So Nada Hassan from Canada now, 180. Looking for 180. Well under her personal best. And locks it out. Ida Liz from Poland, 180. And she had a tough run on the bench. Now it's time to refocus and see what she can do on the deadlift. Probably not the easiest lockout you'd want for an opener, but she gets the job done. Chloe Dublin now, 197.5. And this is to solidify her total, and then we can get the battle underway. And good lockout. Good opening lift. And now, Ida Ron, who has been hanging in the background, just threatening to pounce as an opener of 210. It's a big opener. It's only 10 kilos below her personal best. And this one on the board, we can get ready to rumble. Taking a time. Oh, that was an easy opening lift. It's on the board. Let's get ready to rumble. The battle is on now. So Freeman from Great Britain with 170. Just below her personal best. And let's watch the numbers go in. So Ron has put in a 222.5 for her second. Big call. Dublin a 210. Hassan a 190. Fisher a 185. So Elise Freeman now with 170. That's a good second. Emma Gavin from New Zealand, 170. This will equal her personal best. Having a great day. Gets the lockout. Nicely done there. And it's on the board. So Dina Lawrenson now from Norway will be our next lifter at 172 and a half. And she's bringing some intensity out now. 172.5. Locks it. Marianne Grelou now from Canada, 182 and a half. So 182.5, just under a personal best. And gets the lock. Very composed lifting. Mariella Fisher now, 185. Just below her personal best as well. Mariella Fisher, just below a personal best, wants to put this one on the board. And this one will just keep her in touch with that bronze medal. And maybe an opportunity presents. And we're just waiting the referee's decision. And it is 3 white lights. So Nada Hassan now for 190. And this becomes a really important lift because this lift keeps her in the bronze medal position overall. She misses this and all of a sudden she's got to start chasing down Fisher. There is nothing in this. And she's having to work hard. She gets it to the top, gets it on the board, and just keeps Fisher at bay. Ida Lees now from Poland, 190. So if she plays the cards right, she could find herself salvaging a day and getting a medal in the deads. But that's just a little bit too heavy. She's going to have to refocus on that one for a third. So Chloe Dublin now, 210. And this lift becomes important as well because not only is it a world junior total record, this lift keeps her in touch. If she misses this lift and either Ron hits hers, Ron all of a sudden has it all her own way. This will be for a world total record. It's tough, but she gets it there. She gets it to the top. There isn't a whole lot of room left in the tank though. But now either Ron, has she bitten off more than she can chew with 222 and a half? And this lift will keep her in front of Dublin by just 1.5 kilograms. This will be a world total record. Oh, not quite. Yes, this will go for a world total record, I believe. But more importantly, it puts it back in the lead by just 1.5 kilograms. It's slow, it's moving, it's moving. She's bitten off a big chunk, but it's a little bit too much. And we move into the third round now, and it's getting interesting. And of course, my good friend Ryan Lapidat has smelt the action happening. And
Yeah.
we just had a couple of microphone issues there.
Yeah, everybody was hooting and hollering, and I could hear it from my platform.
And it's getting interesting. And what's really interesting is right now, so we've got Dina Lawrenson now, Norway 177 and a half. Tough lift.
Ooh.
And she just couldn't quite lock out.
Just that lockout.
Now, Dublin put in a 210 for a second, got it.
And it was a
Ron
grinder, though.
Yeah, Ron put in a 222 and a half. Didn't get it. It would have put her in front, kept her in front. Now she's put in a placeholder at 230. And it's getting interesting now.
Something I'll say, because I had the opportunity to see both Dublin's and Ron's last pull. It was close, 225, 222.5. And we've seen people miss, come back and hit when it's for all the marbles and the world title.
When it's for everything, it can happen.
It's not
and
over
Dublin's
yet.
put in a 215. I don't think, 210 was tough.
Yep.
So Elise Freeman now, 177 and a half. And the other little battle we've got going there is Hassan and Fisher for that bronze medal. They are neck and neck. There is just half a kilo in it.
Yeah, that's, oh, wow. You got all types of battles on this platform, Gary.
Emma Gavin from New Zealand. And it's tough.
Whoa,
She's
big
a fighter
fight.
though. There it is.
Nicely done. Wow. Big fight for the lockout.
And didn't quite get it there though. Coach is heading straight to the jury on this one. He thinks she got it.
I think the
Jury's
judges,
having a bit of a look, so we'll wait and see.
they might
We
think they
can't
saw some
really
ramp
see
there.
from here. And on the side view, we've got a bit hard to tell. And the jury's having a bit of a talk about it.
You know, Chloe Dublin's total, even right now, if she doesn't hit her last pull, and she just changed it, by the way, to 2.5 kilo jump, Gary, as you had said, would still be highly competitive and possibly podium in the open, let alone the juniors.
All right, now, either Lise from Poland, 190. And this could put her into the bronze medal, but it's just a little bit too heavy. Would have been nice to see her get the bronze medal in the deads to salvage what turned into be a rough day.
Yep. Not risking kilos towards the total, so might as well.
Marianne Grelou from Canada, 192 and a half.
It'll do two things. A, jump her from 8 to to third and put her in position for a bronze medal in the deadlift. B, jump her from 7th to 6th and collect Canada some points for the overall.
Nothing like some extra points.
That's it. There's a bigger picture. It is still a team sport. 10 kilo, it's a big ass, but it's worth the
And
risk.
she's
Whoa!
got it rolling
Whoa!
though. She's got it moving.
Wow!
This is the hard bit now.
The
And
engine's
it's
revving.
Just,
it's
yeah,
coming
it's
back
starting
down
to
a
go
little.
down now.
Oh, and she
She gave it everything she had. She can hold her head high,
Yep.
walk away knowing that she left it all on the platform.
to say the least.
So-
she breathes a sigh of relief when she.
Probably glad that one's over. So we've had a change go in. So Nada Hassan will lift next. She's looking for 195.
Nada, who was tossing back and forth the bench world record with Dublin.
And this one will put her into the bronze medal overall. I imagine we'll see Fisher make a change.
Hey,
Maybe
look,
challenge for that.
bronze in deads, bronze overall, a world record in bench. Nada is piecing together quite the day. Her resume is just being extremely boosted up. Let's see if she can add this.
It's going to be a tough one.
It's a big ask.
She moves it fast though.
Nicely done.
Smooth all the way through.
3 white lights.
And that was a smart lift, that one.
Yep.
Just keeps her ahead of Fisher, forcing Fisher to have to make a change if
Look.
she wants to go after the bronze.
Fisher at this point had to take 10 kilo, now forced to take a 15 kilo jump.
Yeah, it's certainly a big jump now.
That's what you want to do when you're the opposite coaching staff, in this case the Canadian coaching staff. Push the opposition beyond their means.
Yeah, we talk about the half kilos. It's the half kilo that has made this tough for Fisher now, because Hassan has a 473 because of that world record.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
half a kilo means that Fisher has to go 475.
Yep.
Previously, she would have had to go. She probably would have been able to get away with 197 and a half.
Because she's the lighter lifter, that's right. So they mitigated that lighter lifter advantage Fisher did have.
Talk about
Fisher!
strong,
Whoa!
but just couldn't quite get its faster knees.
You know what? Give her all the credit in the world. You might as well load the bar and go for it.
And she gave it everything she had. She did a job. So we have a world junior total record, Dublin, looking for 212 and a half, and this will give her the record again at 513 and a half.
Chloe Dublin, look, 210 was a big ask and tons of work. 2.5 kilo, and she knows it just makes Ron from Sweden have to pull 2.5 kilo more. She needs to extend the Swede and make it, no doubt. She is all types of fired up.
Well, she is going to need every bit of that intensity to get this one moving.
Slow off the floor. Whoa,
And
titanic
she's giving
effort.
everything she can.
Dublin is a warrior. Look at her
And
fight
she
to get
locked.
those shoulders.
That knee is
Down, command.
Oh, I don't know if that knee's locking.
3
She
white
gets it
lights.
on the board.
Huge finish for Dublin. Historic.
So forcing Ron now.
I don't know, Gary.
225.
What do you think? It's a big ass, but
It is a big. It'll give her the total junior record. It'll give her the gold medal in the deadlifts. It'll give her the gold medal overall. It's a hat trick.
look at it. This is the host nation. She has all the support in the stadium right now behind her. You hear the crowd almost willing her for this final pull.
Here we go. 222 and a half. 225.
Oh, yeah.
It is going to be tough. She put in a big grind on that second with no results, so that's going to take it out a little bit.
Knowing this is for all the marbles can make all the difference. Whoa, it's coming. It's still
I
going.
think she's going to
I
get
think
it.
she might have done it.
I think she
Oh!
has it. Let's
Do
wait
you
and
believe it?
see.
3 white lights.
Yes.
Huge comeback.
She takes the gold medal.
Wow.
She takes the total world record. She takes the gold medal in the deadlift.
Oh,
She took herself a hat
my
trick. It came right down to the
gosh.
wire, and she had to pull for her life.
I
And the two of them hugging out the back there, congratulating each other. What a battle. What a way to finish.
can't believe it. Look, listen, to miss 222.5, increase the
And then
rate,
hit
the weight.
225, even more convincing than her attempt at 222.5. Great way to finish.
It doesn't get better.
Don't go too far away. We'll be back with the medal ceremonies and, of course, more action to follow this afternoon.
Starting this squat, 72 kilogram class for South juniors. Roston goes to South Africa and earn early Collins 132.5. Silver goes to France and got Euro 145. Gold goes to Ukraine, Dania Usanenko 157.5. Photos. Thank you. Spasiba. In the Memphis, bronze medal goes to Ukraine, Dania Usanenko 87.5. The silver medal goes to France and got Euro 90. Gold medal goes to USA and Ali Theories 102.5. Photos. Thank you. South Africa, earning Collins 165. Silver goes to USA and Eddie Norris 167.5. Eddie. Gold goes to France and got Euro 180.5. Photos. Thank you. And for the total, 772. Bronze medal goes to the USA and Ali Harris 395 kilograms. Silver medal goes to Ukraine and Dania Usanenko 400 kilograms. Gold and world champion for France, Scarlett Perrault 470.5. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for National Cathedral, France. And for the Swapnas in the 84, sub-junior, bronze medal goes to Japan, Miu Ayushi 150. Silver medal goes to the USA The gold medal goes to Russia, Anna Ustilova, 175. Photos and some. Thank you. Thank you. Deadlifts, bronze medal goes to Japan, Ryu Hayashi, 80. Silver medal goes to Russia, Anna Ustilova, 90. Gold medal goes to the USA and Hunter Jackson, 792.5. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Deadlifts, bronze medal goes to Czech Republic, Michaela Kanatova, 162.5. Silver medal goes to Russia, Anna Ustilova, 167.5. Gold medal goes to USA and Hunter Jackson, 180. Thank you. Thanks. And so, bronze medal goes to Japan and Ryu Hayashi, 398 kilograms. Silver medal goes to Russia and Anna Ustilova, 425 kilograms. And the gold medal, and world champion for USA, Hunter Jackson, 425 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of the United States of America. So, any forecasts are your response? Bronze goes to Aruna, Yunani Edward, 185. Silver goes to Russia, Poland, Christina, 205. Gold medal goes to Kazakhstan, Diana, Mali, 207. For veterans, Roston to Naru, United Edward Wanayu, silver medal goes to Kazakhstan, Diana, Nina, and the gold medal goes to Russia, gold medal goes to Nina, 127.5. Thank you. Deadlifts, Roston to Kazakhstan, Diana, Manilina, 177. Silver medal goes to USA, Isabel Figueroa, 182.5. Gold medal goes to Russia, Olga Christina, 192.5. Thank you. And for total result, Roston to USA, Isabel Figueroa, 442.5. Silver medal goes to Kazakhstan, Diana, Valentina, 487.5. And golden world champion for Russia, Olga Christina, 505. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up to the national anthem of Russia. Round of applause, ladies. Music maestro.
Music.
In all ladies, round of applause.
I must go now.
The dog Molly. Sniff it back out.
So they are getting after the juniors. The 72 junior class for the leader,
The
sir.
minutes we see.
Okay, okay. I will do the medal ceremony with you.
Yeah.
We like to see all juniors, the 72 junior class, well dressed. Here we come. Round to go. Start to the squats. For those girls that do here. Yeah, sorry. This is too much there. Let's see the units that let's see the very smooth and over. Small memory. I get easy number. See. Now we can start with the squat. The front foot goes to the right, Britain. And again, these are partners that are 2.5. So then goes to USA, including W1.5. Okay. And the goal goes to Sweden, 11.185. Smiling and focus. Thank you. The best for the bench press. Roster goes to Gregory, Alicia versus Freeman, partner, and the silver medal goes to Canada, Nada Hassan, 118. For the warrior. And the gold medal goes to USA, Louis Wesley, 118.5. That's the new world record. Slide and focus. Thank you. For the deadlifts, bronze medal goes to Canada, Nada Hassan, 195 kilograms. Silver medal goes to USA, Louis Italy, 212.5. And the gold medal goes to Sweden, Sverige, och Ida Rönn, 225. Thank you. And for total sums, junior 72 women's, bronze medal goes to Canada, Nada Hassan, 473 kilograms. Silver medal goes to USA, Chloe Lanning, 513.5. That was the world record. And the gold medal and world champion from Sweden, Ida Rönn, 550. The new world record.